Welcome back to the Epic Z's. Today we are going to have episode 2 of the C++ tutorial series. So just open up your Visual Studio software, and then we're going to want to create a new project. Make sure you have Visual C++ as usual, all the same settings, Win32 console application, and we are going to name this one Name. Alright, now click Next, Empty Project, and Finish. Wait for that to finish up. Now today, in the last episode, we installed the software, and then we learned how to output information to the console. Today, what we're going to do is learn how to get information from the user. And it is a pretty simple concept. So we're going to create a file, new file, and then Visual C++, C++ file, open. Alright, so to start off, we're going to do the usual hashtag include Iostream, and then using namespace std semicolon. And in the last episode we talked a little bit about what Iostream meant. It means input output stream, and it allows you to input and output information. We use the output version of this, or the output part of this, using the cout, and today we're going to be using the input part of it using a command cin. So we're going to want to create our int main, and then we're going to ask the user, so by doing cout, and then two of these little brackets, and then we're going to type in inside the quotation marks, what is your name? Alright, and then semicolon. And we're not going to end the line because I want the user to input their information one space after the semicolon. And then we're going to go to the next line and say cin, which is how we get information. And then cin, and now we're going to have to stop there for a second, because in order to cin something, we need to put it in something called a variable. So we're going to need to create a string variable. And so I'll explain what all this means in a second. So string, and then we're going to call it name, and then semicolon, and we're going to cin name. So what this is doing is we are essentially assigning a string variable, and a variable is something that you can use to store a value in, like it's something you can store a value in, essentially. And a string can hold a string of characters. So like this right here, inside these quotation marks, that's a string. And the name that they're going to input is going to be a string. There are different types of variable types you can use, like int, bool, stuff like that, but we're going to use string for right now. And actually what we have to do is we have to include strings. So we're going to do another hashtag include string, and just type in string right there, and then that'll let us use string. And then so we're going to then cin. So then cin allows the user to type in information, and notice how these brackets are opposite of what they are in here. So you can think of cout as it's going out kind of, and cin it's going in. And then after those brackets we say what we're gonna let the user type in the information, and we're going to store their information in this variable that we created up here called name, and it's a string. So then of course we need our return 0 to end the function, which is this is the function, and then our end curly brace. And then of course this isn't going to work unless we do file move source1.ppp or .cpp into name. And then I'm going to put it in my folder that I want it to go in. You can place it wherever you want. I'm going to call it name. Save. Okay. Now we're going to go up here and debug. Start without debugging. Yes. And wait for this to load. There we go. So we got this, what is your name? And I'm going to type in Zach. And then you click enter. And there we go. It's done. So now what we can do is, that's not too exciting because you're just inputting information. But now what we can do is have another cout, and then hello, comma, and we're going to end it right there. And then we're going to have another curly brace saying that we're going to cout something else, but it's not going to be a string. We are going to cout name. And then I'm just going to have a period right there. So you can have multiple like output things in one line of cout. And then I'm going to end that line. And also when you see in information, it automatically moves to the next line. You don't have to do an endl. So this is cout hello. And then this isn't in parentheses because it's a variable name. We're outputting this variable name. Whatever the user entered is stored in this variable. And now we're going to output it. And then this is just outputting a period because, you know, it's the end of sentence. Then endl, return 0. Now if we debug, start without debugging, yes. What is your name? Zach. Hello, Zach. See, so there, it outputted hello, right there. And then it outputted what we typed in as name, and we entered that right there, and then it typed in Zach, or outputted Zach, because that's what our name was, and then of course the period at the end. And then this just message right here, I don't know if I talked about it in the last video, it's always going to be at the end of your piece of output. It just, I don't know why, it's always at the end of it. So yeah, I think that's about it for this tutorial. If you have any questions about whatever any of this does, or how it works or anything, let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.